I should throw some light on the Star of David. Many people do not know whence the Star of David came. Ethiopians do know. Ruth was the one who made the Star of David. Ruth was an Ethiopian by blood, even though she was born among the Moabites in the same manner as Jethro and his children, who were Ethiopians by blood, were born among the Midianites and were identified as such. She was the granddaughter of Balaam the prophet. Balaam himself was of Ethiopian descent. He was the descendant of Ethiop. Let me list his genealogy here. Ethiop, the father of Ethiopians, the son of Melchizedek, king of Salem, begot Beor, who begot Aram, who begot Nagi, who begot Haggai, who begot Beor the second, who begot Balaam. Balaam prophesied about the birth of the Messiah. He had priestly power to bless or curse that had descended to him from his ancestor Melchizedek, king of Salem. The enemies of Israel begged him to curse Israel. God made him to bless her, Numbers 22-24. God showed him the vision of the Messiah in the form of a star. He saw a star coming out of Jacob, Israel. He said to the enemies of Israel, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall arise out of Israel. Numbers 24, verse 17. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion. Numbers 24, 19. Melchizedek was the first prophet who saw the star 650 years earlier. As I said in the beginning, he had instructed Ethiop to instruct his descendants to follow the star when it appeared and to bow to the Messiah in an act of worship when the star bowed to him. The star of Melchizedek, however, was the one that led to the real star moving in the sky, to the King of Peace, to the Messiah of Israel and of the world. Ruth knew about the birth of the star, the Messiah out of Israel, so she wished she was the mother of that star, as many Ethiopian women in those days did. Ruth was married to a Jew. Unfortunately, her husband died. She stuck with her grieving mother-in-law Naomi, who was related to Boaz, the son of Salmon and Rahab. Boaz married Ruth and begot Obed. Ruth made the star that her grandfather Balaam, as well as Naomi and herself, had seen in a vision and dream, and she tied it on the neck of her son with the scarlet cord to see to it that the vision of the star was kept alive. According to our record, Ruth and Naomi saw in the same night, one in the same dream, while they were lying in the same bed. In my forthcoming dramatic book, in verse entitled Promise Fulfilled, one of the characters narrates the account of the dream thus. Ruth and Naomi saw one in the same dream while lying in the same bed. It was concerning the birth of Messiah, the King of Peace, in Obed. They saw a six-pointed star traveling from the east to Bethlehem. Its ray was deliberately touching the wound of Ruth. Mind you, it was not stray. This unusual and marvelous star was consciously directed at Ruth's wound. It resembled a human head, arms, and torsos. It shone to the world in the gloom. The star was vital for the two, since they saw the same dream in which a child holding 6 arrows in his hand was born to Ruth. Hence each woman prayed to God to help her interpret the dream for her. God said that a great child, a long-awaited Savior, shall be born from the seed of Boaz and Ruth. The 6 arrows represented the 6 heavens he had made. He'll teach the truth and be the light of the entire world. The special star shall someday lead to the child. Ruth's relatives, kings, and wise men from Ethiopia indeed. The God that will be born as the Messiah shall descend from heaven. The 6 arrows all symbolize that he created the world in 6 days. Even Ruth should fashion a star made of 6 arrowheads of pure silver and gold and tie them on the neck of Obed as a reminder. Ruth did as she was told. Obed begot Jesse by Shimei, whom Ethiopians call Sime, meaning sky, because she too was probably an Ethiopian. She named her son, perhaps, after the same great Ethiopian emperor, Jesse, who had lived for about 485 years and was murdered by Queen Sheba in his old age, as stated earlier. Most likely it was because she was of Ethiopian extraction that she named her son after a great Ethiopian emperor.